welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the playoff intensity can be felt as the starting lineups conclude. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back momentarily with the NBA playoffs. Two Western teams have run the gauntlet. Only one can emerge victorious to claim a spot in the finals. Game one of the Western Conference Finals begins in a moment. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Handle out there with Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And for Oklahoma City, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward. Look at Oklahoma City. They come into the series, Greg, with every confidence that they're the better team and have what it takes to advance to the championship round.
And rightfully so. Now is the time to show and prove, deliver on the hype, and let's see if they can take control of this series.
And keep their focus, right? Keep their focus even when they feel like, yeah, we're the better team. But we've got to make sure, as you've talked about before, I'm paying attention to the small details.
No doubt about it. You have to stay in the present and really be about what has made you good and gotten you to this point.
That's a good line. Staying present. Very well said.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Got that one up quick.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
He's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
The offensive rebound, Gobert, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And Gobert showing how much he wanted that basket.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Got loose. And now here comes Conley leading the break. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Conley's shot is off. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 6-point game. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's McDaniels. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. No one covered.
And guys, you can't allow Holmgren to gain confidence from the mid-range. He'll burn you when you give him those looks.
And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
It's Edwards on the wing, defended by Dort. Edwards looking it over from the arc.
Lou Dort, one of the better defensive players in the NBA.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Williams. Second shot opportunity. Hartenstein can't get it to go.
Now, there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Scooped up. Randall kicks to Gobert. Here's McDaniels. No good from outside. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 6. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. For 3, Edwards. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. I asked him how you take care of the Stifle Tower himself, Rudy Gobert. Coach said, I think you just try to pester him on defense and stay away from him on offense. If he's anywhere near our shooters, that means it's time to move the ball. So they'll have to play keep away when it comes to Gobert. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Outside Conley. Takes a three. Bangs home the trifecta. Conley's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Minnesota.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Hartenstein inside, covered by Conley. 6 to shoot. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. And the Thunder with some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And then for Minnesota, Naz Reid, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Edwards against Williams. Latrey buries it from three-point range.
He's so accurate from deep. Williams can torch you.
Timberwolves leading by 7. Here's Reid. DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. Edwards can't hit. The Thunder shooting just about an even 40% to start. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. Alexander Walker finds Reid from downtown. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Oklahoma City now. It's a 10-point game.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
11 feet away. Reid with the block. Out to the wing. Holmgren wide open. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Caruso against DiVincenzo. That's tipped. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's the three. Out to Edwards. Taken away by Williams. 1:11 left in the first quarter. Holmgren in the corner. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's foul number 2 for him.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Wallace comes in for Dort. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Jalen Williams. Minnesota also with the sub. Clark's checked in. Caruso looking for an opening. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Timberwolves leading by 11. 27 seconds left to play here in the first. And that one, good.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And good that time.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Here's Reid. No good on the triple. With 1 on the clock. That one, no good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've done a lot of great work from long range. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we're ready to get back into the action here in game one. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And a comfortable margin for the Timberwolves here, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Thunder trailing by 11. They've got Cason Wallace. Aaron Wiggins is out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Joe in at point. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. It's tipped. Dillingham wide open, and he fires. A three-pointer is right on target. Dillingham's got the lead up to 14 now for Minnesota. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Isaiah Joe. On the wing, Wallace. He's covered by Clark. 2 points. That one goes. Wallace has got his second basket of the game.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Clark. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they get the ball.
Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Mike Conley's checked in for the Timberwolves. Gilgeous-Alexander against McDaniel. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Holmgren with the steal. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Another shot. Mike Conley with the rebound.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's Wiggins missing.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Over to the left wing. And Dillingham with the basket on the assist from Randall. Dillingham's got 6.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Hartenstein. Buries it down low.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Conley, the pass to Randall. Over Hartenstein. Randall no good. Under trailing by 15. Wiggins drives in. Shakes him. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. And stolen by Wallace. Shoots from 14. They grab their own miss. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Dillingham. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
I do so enjoy watching a bounce pass executed that perfectly.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot missing.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Randall no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Timberwolves leading by 15. Conley scanning the floor. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
Randall with the bucket.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Jalen Williams comes in for Wiggins. And it's Dort in for Wallace. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Edwards comes in for Clark. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Dillingham. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And it's time for an injury report. And now, let's send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Isaiah Joe. David?
Hey, guys, the Thunder's head athletic trainer gave me an update. Told me that it looks like he sprained that wrist. Thankfully, no signs of broken bones. For a team that is so close to making the finals, this is a huge concern.
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Caruso's checked in. And both free throws good for Williams.
There's a lot of things that they love about Jalen Williams, but his polished all-around game is something appreciated. He can fill the roles and fill the holes for whatever they need to do.
Here's Edwards. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
.153 left in the first half of basketball. It's Dort on the wing. No good on the three.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Williams against Reid. Puts up a three. Hits it from three-point range. Reid's got his third basket of the night.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
The kick out to Williams. With the tip. Reid with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 17. Here's Alexander Walker. Here's McDaniels. Can't connect from short range. Oklahoma City has gone 0-2 from deep in the second.
Timberwolves foul. Alexander Walker. First personal foul. Third team foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
At the line for your Thunder, Luguentz Dort.
And the first one at the line is good.
Luguentz Dort is the guy who puts his head down and goes to work. He gives every bit of focus on every play, and teammates love what he brings to the court.
Rudy Gobert, who's checked in for McDaniels.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Passes it to Alexander Walker. And here's Edwards from the arc. No good there. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Oklahoma City. Down by 15. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Well, the size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. He could be really effective at any position on the floor.
Here's Edwards. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Williams gets the bucket. DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. finish one half of basketball. The Timberwolves lead by 12. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Thunder U10.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And a heightened atmosphere we have here this evening for NBA playoff action. Hey, everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith by my side. For the Timberwolves, boy, have they ever started this series off on the right foot. They've thrown down the gauntlet here in Game 1 with their intensity and effectiveness on both ends of the floor. Now, they've got a little bit of an intimidation factor going into the second half. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
They wouldn't be ahead without the numbers they've gotten from the bench, providing major contributions, especially defensively. It's taking a lot of pressure off their starters. What a luxury to have a second unit that can produce.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Oklahoma City?
Their perimeter defense was lackluster. Shooters were getting open shots. Guys were wide open. I mean, right now, I can walk off the set in shoes, in a suit, and get 3 threes wide open and knock them down on that defense.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
What an atmosphere in here as we return to the action of the Western Conference Finals. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
With so much on the line tonight, you have to be impressed with the way he came out and set the tone with his aggression.
Yeah, the rest of the team seemed to line right up behind him, matching that kind of intensity and looking for him to come through with some big plays.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. On the court for Minnesota, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Randall, and it's Gobert in at the center position.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backboard.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's the pass to Gobert. Clock at 6. It's Edwards on the wing. Shoots the 3. Edwards with confidence.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Conley's got 9 points.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Williams. And he uses the glass on the lane. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Randall no good. Thunder trailing by 16. Floats it up for Williams. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Great lift off the floor. Williams using that elevator.
Edwards inside. Defended by Dort. Count the basket.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Basket counts.
And how about the athleticism of Dort? You see the width he has, but man, he can outwork you defensively.
Randall surveying the D. Shoots over Holmgren. Randall no good.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but they can make this lead hold up. We can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Holmgren can't hit.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Dort attacking. Tries again. Edwards with the block.
And the athleticism of Edwards helping on defense, capable of getting up to block shots.
For the Thunder, Aaron Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. And Wallace subbed in for Williams. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Dillingham's checked in for McDaniel. Chalk up 2 there. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. It's an 18-point game. From 13 feet, it goes down. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
There's a great pace to Gilgeous-Alexander's game. The mid-range fits well.
Here's Edwards. Got a hand on it. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 6. And the layup falls. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
It's Edwards on the wing. And it's blocked.
And that's a relentless effort from Dort. Just a great physical defender.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Dort against Edwards. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 11.
They own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Minnesota calls timeout. Alex Caruso is checked in for Oklahoma City. Minnesota also making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Randall. Alexander Walker comes in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. DiVincenzo passes to Alexander Walker. Another miss by Minnesota. Thunder trailing by 12. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 10. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And how about Dante coming up and bringing his own inferno?
Pass to Caruso. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Back to Wiggins. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reed's got 4 rebounds in this game. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. That shot is off, coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
This is what Gilgeous-Alexander does. He attacks you relentlessly.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by DiVincenzo.
Now into the lineup for your Thunder.
Thunder trailing by 13. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 5th rebound in this one. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Timberwolves on top. They lead by 13. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The post pair for him will be Williams and Holmgren. Mason Wallace is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Caruso in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. At the top of the key, Williams. Kicks it to Wallace. Launches it. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. Trains the 3-pointer. Edwards got 25 points.
Well, he's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
Wallace misses. Minnesota leading by 16. Down low. Randall. Good.
Heady play there from Randall. He knows that contact is coming, so he gets himself into position, draw the foul, and still score.
Dort, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And there's another thing going on right now for them that has to get their confidence up, and that's the 3-ball. I mean, it's been falling for them, and they're locked in, and that outside shot going, it's a big difference maker.
Here's Williams. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota here in the 4th quarter. Their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every 3-pointer he takes right now.
And the Thunder making a change here. Hartenstein's checked in. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. They get a hand on it. Caruso, the pass to Holmgren. Up again. To halt the run. Rebound, Minnesota.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out trying to win this game.
Good on the shot.
Now that's got to excite Holmgren's fans. If he keeps improving his handles, watch out.
Outside Edwards. To the wing on the left. Here's McDaniels. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Holmgren in the corner. Plenty of space. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. And that's now 10 points for Chet Holmgren. Edwards against Dort. Got it. Good job in the low post.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Hartenstein. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Randall. Caruso grabs the miss.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Drives to the hoop. Holmgren kicks to Caruso. Dort wide open. Off target with his three.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
First personal foul, second team foul.
That free throw missing.
And for DiVincenzo coming into the league wanting to prove that he belongs, he's done more than that. It's about building his confidence now.
Here's Caruso. Passes to Hartenstein. McDaniels against Williams. Now, here's Dort. Defense right on him. McDaniels with the ball. Dort covering. Edwards passes to Randall. Plays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Randall's got 5 points now in the quarter. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Thunder shooting around 40% from the floor here. Williams with the ball. Randall grabs the board. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 17-4 run. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got 8 rebounds in this game. Williams with a clean look. The Thunder with another miss.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 17-4 run right now. From outside the arc, Reed finds Randall. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Williams.
And this is Edwards' game. And when he's aggressive and trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
2 shots.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Cason Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Alex Caruso. Minnesota also making some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Clark comes in for Julius Randle. And Dillingham subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And he makes that one.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
We've got 1:28 left to play here in the fourth. Minnesota's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth.
Man, if ever there were a way to kick off the NBA Conference Finals, this is it. Going to be a table-setting victory here in Game 1 for the Timberwolves.
And the big difference here was accuracy from 3-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And they open these conference finals with a forceful performance to take the early lead in the series.
Yeah, they talked about sending a message here in Game 1, and no doubt about it, they delivered that message loud and clear. It's obvious who has the upper hand going forward in this series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Anthony Edwards.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
The kick out to Williams. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. For 3, Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope. Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Wallace looking for an opening. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum is so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Rudy, another strong performance for you guys. How good is this team playing right now?
We're playing great. You know, it's all about defense. You know, when we play defense, when we focus, we communicate, and after we get easy stuff on the offensive end.
Rudy, a great win. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.